The Colorado Springs Police Department is hoping for a peaceful night, but we are being told that protesters are now donning gas masks. Oh damn, that's a real pickle. What a mystery. Why would civilians wear gas masks? It's not like the police would use weaponry that is illegal in every active war zone on civilians. That would be freaking ridiculous. Hope you guys figure it out. Hey everyone, my name is Jake and welcome to Murdered by Words, where we're going to be looking at the best insults, comebacks and roasts on the internet. You know, ones that you see in the comments and you're like, wow, they really just got murdered by words. That's it. Enjoy. My neighborhood in Manhattan is eviscerated and looks like a war zone. De Blasio and Cuomo are an utter disgrace. This is not America. Our leaders have abandoned us and continue to let great American cities burn to the ground and be destroyed. I could never have fathomed this. Megan, we live in the same building, and I just walked outside. It's fine. Oh no, I lied on Twitter and I got called out. It's kind of unlucky that you live in the same building as someone else who's verified as well, otherwise the tweet might not have been seen. Americans in 1944 facing almost certain death, and Americans in 2020 facing a 99.9% survival rate. Nah, you killing me with this. It's not even factually accurate. On D-Day at Normandy, the death rate for Allied forces was 6.2%. In the US right now, COVID has a mortality of 5.8%. Not comparing the two at all, but neither a certain death. Also, pretty sure you win a war by going and fighting it. You beat a virus by staying away from it. Here, I got a better one. 1941. I need to sacrifice for the collective good of my country and protect those who can't protect themselves. We live in a collective after all, and it's my civic duty. I will join the military and put myself at risk. 2020, I refuse to wear a mask to help anyone. You can't make me. Don't infringe on my rights. Ugh. I don't think the mortality rate is 5.8%, maybe in some place, but still the point stands, like really. Wow, hard to imagine any other president of the United States having the guts to walk out of the White House like this. Wow. Teddy Roosevelt got shot giving a speech in 1912, looked at the guy who shot him in the eyes and said, "You poor creature," and then continued giving his speech. You see, we don't learn about American presidents in the UK for history, but I did watch Night at the Museum, so I do know Teddy Roosevelt rides the horse and he's cool. That's it. In God's eyes, all lives matter. So, I believe in the ALL movement. The shepherd left the 99 to save the one in need of help. That doesn't mean the other 99 didn't matter. It means the one needed to be focused on to be saved. Of course, all lives matter, and I look forward to saying that when America sees that Black lives matter just as much as my skin color matters. Yeah, you can't argue with that really, can you? At FBI. The FBI is seeking information and digital media depicting individuals inciting violence during First Amendment protected peaceful demonstrations. Do you need their badge numbers or just descriptions or... To be fair, I'm pretty sure the FBI would just prosecute all the police officers. They don't care, they're completely different. And you always see in the movies, it's like the FBI going, no, this is our case now. The US Park Police says its officers did not deploy tear gas at Lafayette Park, but acknowledges using smoke canisters and pepper balls that contain a chemical designed to irritate the eyes. It's only tear gas if it comes from the Gassou region of France. Otherwise, it's just sparkling mass repression at the hands of the state. No, we didn't use tear gas, it's just spicy air. We're just giving them some spicy air. If they can't handle it, that's on them. Ha, okay, time to hashtag boycott Ben & Jerry's. Let me get this straight. Ben & Jerry's says we're against white supremacy, and your reaction is to suggest a boycott. You already lost your primary and only got 1.8% of the vote, but good for you for trying to remain relevant by siding with the KKK. Someone in the comments asked, what did Ben & Jerry's do? And the best reply is, oh, so fish food is a very chocolatey and overall amazing, and cookie dough is vanilla ice cream with chocolate chunk pieces of cookie dough. Absolute dream. And I have to agree, cookie dough ice cream from Ben & Jerry's. Oh, I haven't had it in so long, but it's so good. At Sony. Right now, we want to use our platform to spread information and support. please send links, resources, and other helpful information our way and we'll share them. When we all know more, we can do more. Sony? No. Lamau, we get that you don't want your stuff destroyed. This doesn't matter. None of the people destroying things are gonna see this and spare you. They just want to steal and destroy things. Our products can be replaced. Can lives? Ooh, this guy says steal though. As in, steal, come on. You at least spell right if you're gonna try roast him. Stipe Myosic, I don't know if I pronounced that right, but he posted hashtag Blackout Tuesday on Instagram. I think you forgot most of your fan base is white. It shows in the comments. All good. I'm not worried about my fan base. I'm worried about the world my daughter has to grow up in. See, that's a good dude right there. Like, who replies with, oh, you're white? Just because you're white doesn't mean you can't support it. Are you dumb? What? Why not stand for all races, all communities, all employees? Why just stand for one colour and not for all colours all the time? For the same reason you don't call the fire department to all houses when only one of them is on fire. There's actually a really good comic that depicts this really well. But yeah, the analogy is there. People should understand that, right? The nation's capital is legitimately on fire in every direction. This is unreal. Well, if the White House burned down again, then we could have one not built by slaves. Could be a nice change. Funny how they never got around to building anything like that in Africa. The grass huts were and are pretty cool though. Where do you think the pyramids are? Chicago? Obviously not. The pyramids are clearly in Las Vegas. As if people don't know this already. Las Vegas is home to pretty much everything. Anarchy, rioting, and looting needs to end tonight. If local law enforcement is overwhelmed and needs backup, let's see how tough these Antifa terrorists are when they're facing off with the 101st Airborne Division. We need to have zero tolerance for this destruction. Jesus, Tom. The 101st Airborne was the unit that had to be used to assist in the desegregation of the schools in your state's capital of Little Rock because your state refused to allow black people to attend white schools. Ooh, not a good look, Tom. Buffalo Mayor. Most of our police are good police. These were just two bad apples and they have faced consequences. You folks always seem to forget that the full proverb is one bad apple spoils the whole barrel. This is because rotten apples produce huge amounts of ethylene, which causes all the other apples to also become rotten. The metaphor is not about isolated rot, it's about collective rot. I didn't actually know that. That makes a lot of sense, to be fair. Yeah. Comedian Jason Manford responds to woman asking why Brits are protesting the death of George Floyd and not Lee Rigby, a soldier killed by Islamic terrorists in 2013. Lee Rigby mattered. He wasn't remembered by looting, burning, and smashing up the city. Nobody bothered to march on his behalf when those two Muslims killed him in the streets of Woolwich. Now, why was that? Karen. It was literally on the front page of every paper. There was national outrage and mourning. There were tributes, fundraisers, minutes of silence, and the killers condemned by political and Muslim leaders in the UK. Who would we have protested against? Terrorists? People with mental health problems? Evil itself? The point is, George Floyd wasn't killed by a random act of terrorism, he was murdered by the very people whose job it is to protect him. He was treated in a different way because of the color of his skin. As a race, African Americans were looted from their country of origin and enslaved in the States for 400 years. They have gone on to contribute in all aspects of American life and culture, from music to food to science to sport to countless other areas. Fighting in wars they never started and defending an American way that doesn't defend them. They live in the most deprived areas, their schools are the most poorly funded, and they suffer the most poverty and malnutrition in one of the richest countries in the world. They suffer oppression every single day, from workplace banter to outright vitriol, and yes, sometimes death. So when a virus rips through society, losing people jobs that were literally keeping them alive, as well as killing more people of their race than anyone else, then people tend to get upset. And it's not because there's something in your genetic makeup that makes you more susceptible to the virus. It's simply because of the indelicate racism in place in our society, African Americans are more likely to be in a job that's on the front line, key worker, or traveling on packed public transport without access to expensive full health insurance to cover even the basic of illnesses. So when you witness an actual murder of an unarmed African American man on screen, not written about or spoke about, he was literally killed in front of your eyes by a white cop that even your own president won't publicly condemn, then yeah, on occasion you might feel like putting through a freaking window of the local Target just to be noticed. I hope this helped educate you a little. Wow, that was like a murdered by words right there. You can't come back from that, and I hope she actually learns, but she probably won't. Black Lives Matter. I won't be posting comics for a while because I think there are other things my followers should be focusing on. I urge you to donate to some charities, and if you can't join protests, spend this time educating yourself. Check out my stories for a link to some good resources. You can also follow these organizations to further your own research and choose a way to help. These guys. We're all human, so don't single out one race. Oh, your arm was broken, but we went ahead and put casts all over your body because we didn't want to single out any bones. Also, we actually ignored your broken arm. Thoughts and prayers. There's so many good analogies to the movement, but people seem to just ignore them because they're so stubborn. Ugh, 1 star, trash. You can find better food at McDonald's. We'll never eat here again. Complete waste of a 12-block drive. Go spend your money elsewhere. Ah, the owner says, so sorry to hear that, Harry. Can you let me know what you ordered and what was going wrong with it? We didn't have any Harry or Harrison orders today, so I just want to make sure something was actually wrong other than the fact that we posted Black Lives Matter and defund police content today. Someone suggested that you should have to have like a legit ID receipt to post a review, and that just does make sense, right? I don't know why that isn't a thing anyway. Reviews are great, right? Especially if you see one on YouTube that says, "What did you think of this video?" You should rate it 5 stars and said it changed your life. Thanks. Click another video. This might change your life too.